All right. Okay. Day 13. Lucky number 13. Question is, how long are these tires going to hold up? How long are these tires going to hold up? So, you probably already noticed this is a really specific question, and I have an idea in mind that I want to try and tackle. Okay, how long are these tires going to hold up? So, in most sports or like driving or something like that, tires, rubber, tires made of rubber, they have a certain amount of time that they last. And if you ever ridden like on a bike, you have cars, you have bikes. These are all transportation things. They wear out, like rubber's on a shoe. Well, rubber shoe, but we're talking about tires. Anyway, rubber, word associated. Keep it up. Hold up, usually associated with last. This is before breakdown. Before they pop or smooth over, they get worn down. How long before they pop, break down? This is the same thing as saying wear out. All of these things are about tires and lasting. And then long is not distance. This is time. And how long is how much? How much time? Like a continuation. I have this amount of resource and I have this amount of wear on it, this amount of time left. So you combine these two and you usually have how much resource plus how much work equals time remaining. So tires, for example, tires on a bike, they need to be replaced every once in a while. I wish I could give you a more accurate number. But the idea is that there's a set amount of time before they wear down. Sometimes they pop, puncture, tear. That's also part of the breaking down. Sometimes they smooth over from overuse, but the end thing is they all wear out. The tires made of rubber. We're not really talking about shoes. We are talking about cars and bikes and how much transportation you have left. And then at the end of the day, we're talking about how long they're going to last. So there's some sort of time association here. So I have this idea that I want to see if I can employ. And I want to, my idea is that, what if there was a way to track, per se, wear and tear on tires? You know, what if there's a way for you to be able to answer these questions? How much time before these tires smooth over? Or how much time before they likely pop? Or how much time before they run out of air, which could lead to punctures, pinch flats, basically how long they last. So that answers the same question as how long they hold up, how long they last, etc. And this is kind of cool because this is a helpful tool that, through a multitude of uses, could be actually really relevant to a lot of people's exercise habits, their physical daily activities, their problems, etc. So let's see. Let me illustrate some of my ideas. So these are just ideas I want to flesh out. So I have this idea of being able to have a tracker pill inside tire wall. And this tracker pill looks something like this. And inside it has data on thickness remaining in tire, air pressure, temperature, yes, those things, so that the pill would be inserted something, you know, in the lining. So you have your tread, you do your pill, and it's like stitching This is the inner tube. So it's inserted on the inside. But what else could we, one of my ideas I had was, what if rather than having like a physical installation, what if you had something like, what if you had something that was like using a phone or a scanning device that could, so the next idea, is I'll put one next to this one. Idea number 2 would be a scanning solution that recorded heat, which can be seen through certain camera lenses, heat through infrared, thickness remaining using preset measurements. And then when it comes to air pressure, let's see, a list of comparable flex points. So, you know, squeeze this amount. So this would look something like, usually there's an app, and in the scanning solution you can see through the camera. This is the camera, of course. You can see the tire, and then you can see heat pattern. This black heat, shades of color for levels of heat. And you also would have somewhere on here maybe a display of temperatures. Safe to not safe. Okay. So, and then that'd be heat, thickness remaining. You could have something like the fingernail comparison to treads. I will draw this out in further detail. This is 1, 2, and this is 3. Just letting the mind run here. You have your fingernail. You have like one solid. So this is 1 is good. 2, okay. 3, bad. And this is fingernail height. Fingernail height to tread. And then the last idea is flex points. This is almost like squeezing the steak, where you have different pieces on your thumb that you can grab depending on what you flex to see how raw it is, or how done. It's called the doneness test. So this would be heat, and then the last one would be doneness test or flex test for tire pressure. Done this as in steak. I'm going to underline these. Is this another idea? Done this test for tire pressure. So squeeze and different standard, cannot write today, third standard fields define pressure. So those are my two ideas, but now that I've let that kind of run its course, I want to see if I can use some little design work to help solve this problem easier, or at least one aspect of it. So let's see. Let's move on to the next page. How about we break this down a little bit differently? What I want to do is, let's see, for old ideas really quick. Within an app, maybe there's a way to display no, we'll keep the camera over here. Maybe there's a way to display like this. So these things that we're checking, things we are checking to answer question. And those three things we are checking are, as we defined earlier, temperature, heat, thickness of tread, and then the last one, pressure, air pressure. So each one of these can be solved using technology, or can be accurately solved better using technology. So for temperature, for example, we have cameras, and within cameras we have infrared cameras. And some advanced phones right now have phones with infrared. So the phone can solve that problem when it comes to that. Check. When it comes to thickness of the tread, well, we have you have your fingers, which have fingernails, We have the foot for kicking the tire. And then we also have, once again, you have your phone as a camera, which has the ability to photo compare. And within the phone too, I was not expecting that to be that loud, you also have the ability to compare models. You can also compare, what do you call it, diagrams, blueprints, and then schematics, etc. And then finally you have charts that you can look up. And then within the phone as well, you have measure in AR, where you can measure. This is 1 meter, etc. So the technology is there too for solving that. And then finally for pressure, you have, once again, you have your fingers, which will let you do the squeeze test. And in that squeeze test, there's a feeling associated with correct pressure. But the problem with feelings is the feeling subjective. And because it's subjective, can be inaccurate. So what you want is something besides your fingers that'll allow you to get the correct air pressure reading. So once again, you have your phone. In the phone, you have charts. Oh, I just got an idea. Okay, you have charts. You have pictures. And I'm not sure if it exists, but there's ways that you could probably scan tire and photo compare. But I just got an idea. So yes, we can solve all three of these using technology, but now I kind of want to break down one of these features. So the what is it? I think it's the Google Pixel 3 allows squeezing. And when you squeeze, actions occur. Now, because you're squeezing it, there probably is a reading or a pressure sensor. And associated with that pressure sensor is a numerical reading. So, okay, stay with me here. Let's abandon this infrared camera part, the fingernails and measuring for finding out how long these tires are going to hold up, and let's hone this question down a little bit further. What if we made, this is a funny idea, what if we attacked this feature right here of the squeeze test to the numerical reading on the Google Pixel squeeze sensor, okay? But rather than having the phone be squeezed on the sides, you know, so it'll look something like this. This is an exaggeration. You got your button along the bottom. Screen, not very sure what it looks like, etc. Okay, so this is your Google Pixel 3 being squeezed. What if we did it sideways? Okay, so what if we took this and we flipped it sideways? There's your volume button. Horizontal view. Pixel 3. What if we did something like this, where the pressure is applied from two ends? This is pressure. Okay, so what you can do then is you can roughly squeeze your phone the amount you squeeze your tire and discover whether your pressure is okay. Alright, so you have your tire, and then you put the pressure here, put pressure here. And this is using your fingers. Okay. Or maybe you do keep it horizontal. I'm just toying with this idea right now. So let's see, let's think out loud. No, wait, maybe that maybe that won't work, because the phone is, no matter what, going to only squeeze so much. And the tire is very flexible, so if you squeeze a lot, damn. Maybe we can further this idea. Okay, we're not done yet. Maybe that squeeze your phone a certain amount can be turned into something else. So this idea of roughly squeeze your phone the amount you squeeze your tire to check pressure. What if this turns into something like this? what if you have your tire pressure app, and what if when you open it, you can then set/select your respective tire, which has the name, number, size, type, and then you squeeze. Yeah, you can squeeze your phone different amounts. Okay, you can squeeze your phone different amounts from the sides, or maybe the top down. And then after you squeeze in the different amounts, an on-screen 3D display will squeeze, I don't know, exponentially or a set amount based on your squeezes. Okay, so you open the app, select your tire, scroll, whatever, boom, boom. Squeeze your phone different amounts, and on screen you'll see a 3D display flex in and out. And then from here, there'll be a red to green tire pressure health bar / slider / value to let you know how your tire pressure is doing. Okay, I like that. Let's do that. That will be cool. So let's formalize this in a little user flow. So you have our user flow. I love how these big or small specific questions can be broken down even into smaller parts. So you're questioning tire pressure. Questioning tire pressure. You ask yourself, how long are these tires going to hold up? It's a good question. So let's see. You open your tire pressure app. Open bike app, tire, Prez, etc. Doesn't have a name yet. Open your bike app, open your tire Prez. And from here, you can select, if it's tire press, we'll just go with a generic bike app. Select heat check. You can select tread check. Or you can select tire check, pressure check. So we're just going to explore pressure check today. Okay, so after you select your pressure check, you'll either be presented with a list of tires or a picture scrollable list of tires, maybe a carousel. Oh shit, this doesn't belong here. Something like that. Presented. This is what the computer will do, so it will make this angled. Gotta remember that. Let's check that off. Get rid of that. Yada yada. Okay, so you have your list of tires, or you have a picture scrollable list of tires. And then, or you have something like this. You have a, what are they called? Boxes to enter specific tire data. Shit. We'll go with like the scrollable list where it goes side to side, and you can just choose your tire. We'll make it really, really small. Just assume that the size is very small. After you choose your tire, what's that?
I was just going to talk to you about this real stuff. Can I do that? Okay. Okay, well then.
Can you do in like 15 minutes?
Oh, sure, that's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. You have your tire properties. We'll fill the screen. Plus 3D tire model. I guess in between here there's a select your tire. Okay. Tire properties, fill the screen in 3D model. And then after that, it prompts you to squeeze phone to see tire transformation or flex. So after that, you will squeeze the phone, obviously. And then after squeezing the phone, the 3D model flexes as well 3D model of flex, as well as you'll have on-screen data, changes, as well as tire health. bar/value changes. So all of these things happen when you squeeze your device in different amounts to let you know that there's a visual, change, and then there's a numerical change, and then from the last one you have a almost sympathetic. And this is really cool because there's different things that are happening that are not just a number, not just a picture, not just how you feel about it. And those all help you get the best understanding of how to see whether your tire is going to hold up. So, let's see what to draw. Let's draw, let's just quickly sketch these out. So we're getting a little long here. The bike app, opening it, where you have these three options. And then the list of tires, you know, selecting it. Oh, not the list. The scrollable carousel. And then the squeeze, this thing. Okay, cool. Let's sprint through this. So you have your app. And then within your app, you know, you have bike app. You have 3 different things you can choose. Okay. You can either heat check. You have a little logo here, maybe some flame. Then you can tread check. And from here, maybe you have a logo of a wheel, treads on it, you know? It's gotta be an easier way to draw fire. And then you can, finally below, maybe there's something that looks like this. And this one says pressure check. Has its own box. And maybe pressure check can be reworded to PSI check. And you have your logo here. And this could be as simple as the pressure meters that you have that have the numbers on them. Pressure meter. Or you'd say like 156 psi. Maybe you could have something being squeezed. Any one of those things will work. Okay, so you have that. You're going to choose pressure check. So PSI check. So you choose PSI check. Okay, cool. And after you choose it, you get this cute little list of your tires. Let's see, picture a scrollable list of tires. Yeah, so we have PSI check. You have your little logo, a squeezed ball maybe. Not really sure, whatever, doesn't matter. You have your squeeze ball, and then in here you have a carousel of cards. And this is a tire. This is a tire as well. You know, you got your wheel. And then maybe up here you have your specific view of the tire. Is it close up? Maybe you can press plus hold, or 3D touch to preview tire. Okay. You select one. Boom. You selected your tire. And you get tire properties that fill the screen. So you have right in front of you you have this, just let's say you either have button or no button, since using cards on screen UI. You have your tire, so you can let's see, select your tire properties, fill the screen plus a 3D model. So this is a what type of tire is this? This is a Continental 156. Okay, this is a Continental 156 tire. And then it shows you a bunch of data. You know, is your 33 millimeters. This is all data. This is you have tire texture, you know, this is written as something like high HCl, or it's the tire texture, whatever, you get it. And then the cool part is the sides of the screen, like this. Sides of screen blink. symbolizing squeeze. Hopefully you're on your pixel for this. And then what you do after that is you squeeze. You know, you have some more measurements here. 189, 324, 28. And you squeeze, maybe the health bar could be something like, where would that go? We'd have this is written like this. This is tire health. Tire health. Okay, there you go. That's all the elements you need. So blink symbolizes squeeze. So then you squeeze it. You can exaggerate this squeeze, of course. Squeeze phone sides. And after you squeeze them, you get a really cool effect on screen. So the tire will blip a little bit. Then it'll show either deflation or loss in diameter. Loss in, not quality, it's like loss in width all around, etc. And you still have your tire here, but it's noticeably smaller. And you know, everything is squeezed inwards. Tire squeezes. The health bar seen over here. Maybe the health goes down. So maybe the health drops. Tire health drops. Okay, you can see the tire health drops. And then the numerical values up here, so you still have your Continental 156. The numerical values go from 189 to 170. The 324 goes to 300. Have an arrow pointing downwards. The 28 turns into 20. And then maybe even you have a slight color change. Just throw this in here for good fun. You have red for bad. And you have up here green for good. And then the health is green as well. And here as you get lower, the health goes down. And then you can see points, low, HCl. This is tire texture deteriorates. deterioration. And then the width, show deflation, loss in diameter. So go from 33 millimeters down to 24, etc. So the idea is that as you squeeze the phone, you can see a change in what's happening to the tire. So yeah, that's cool. I really like this one. So we semi-answered the question of how long will these tires hold up. Obviously, you have data that changes at the end. But the cool thing about it is that we took something that was very open and generic and chose a specific feature of phones that exists, made a cool little UI to pull through, and created something new. So yeah, thanks. This has been James Explains, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.